Oh, oh, dang. Shit, I shouldn't even have came online. But I miss you guys. I've been like working all day, doing a whole pot of shit. It's annoying. The fuck? Hey, Luna, how you doing? How's it going? Meh, you? Well, I'm meh too. I'm tired. Been working all day, dealing with idiots all day. So yeah, I feel you. Same shit, different day. But I'm grateful for, life and health and everything else. I don't like to complain too much, but yeah, I'm kind of like whatever. I try not to give my energy to anybody, to be honest. I'm sick and tired of like giving my energy away to idiots. So yeah. That's how I feel. Fuck is this little fly around me? What the hell? So yeah, same shit, different day. It's always something to aggravate you. But otherwise, that I'm okay. I did not want to do that, but yeah, it missed it. It missed the bag. Same shit, different day. Oh, 4. Holy shit. People are crazy. This woman's an idiot too. There's so many people on social media just saying random stupid shit. Like they just are so weird. Absolutely crazy. How crazy people are. Oh well, such is life. Some people never learn. Oh man. I don't care about that anymore. That's crazy. It's cray cray. What the heck? Oh no. Some crazy people out there. There's so much bullshit on here. It's crazy how many stupid things are online every day. A lot of people should not post online. They really shouldn't. A lot of people should not post things online because it makes them look really dumb. Some people just need to like not do anything. That'd be best for them. Some people will never learn. Mm, 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 mm. But there was no one who was. No idea there was, never was. I didn't even know she was on. There was, never was. Let's see what we got here. Cool. Box over was she the one was. There was, never was. Pick it up. Oh, that's actually for sale. Oh shit. I kind of like those, but not really. They're alright. These alright. It's a box of rubber, she don't want no floss. She wanna deal with the rest of us. Bring it up. What the fuck, man? I swear, sometimes people make websites and like it's just I don't know what they think when they do it, but they don't do good jobs. It's like very annoying. Very annoying. Oh man. Mm. Sometimes I wonder what goes through your brain. Sometimes I wonder what goes through that brain. Yes, I wonder what goes through that brain. Oh. The watch in the watch. She ran near the watch. Cool. That one looks nice. Looks like actually a Adidas thing. Oh, hell no. Oh, cool. That looks nice. Does look nice too. Cool. I like this. Oh boy. These look nice. Let's see. Clearance outlet deals. Oh, they actually have my size. That's a miracle. And it says just a few left. Order soon. Of course, you're gonna say that. I like that. That looks really nice. I like this one. Not bad. 25% off. Oh, cool. Does look nice too. I ain't paying $80 for that. Hell no. Hell no. It does look nice. I like this. It's not bad, mate. Oh, hell no. $300 for a jacket? You must be out of your damn mind. Hell to the no. Hell to the no, to the no. I don't think I'll ever pay $300 for a jacket. I don't care how cold it is. I'll just put layers of clothes on. I don't know. You gotta be crazy. Oh, shit. Ow. Ow, ow, ow. Folks, I like those. Those are nice. I like those too. That's nice. Oh, cool. It's like a baseball jersey. That's pretty cool. That's a good price for shorts too. Not bad. Men's woven tapered pants. Oh wow. That's a good price. That's a good price. Good price. Good price. Boxer, but she don't want no was. She would do it the rest of us. Oh, I got like a little kink in my neck. Oh. Ow. That hurts. Dang it. It's annoying. Those are pretty nice. I like those. Those are nice looking pants. It's not a bad price too. Only $50. Only $50, man. You know, $50. God, I want to get those. I got this. I got black ones. I just needed some nice blue ones. These blue ones are nice. Really nice. I like those. Not bad. They're not even that baggy. They look good. It's got the button. I wonder if it's got the I wonder if it has the I don't think it does. Does it? Have a belt thingy? I don't think so. No, it doesn't. It doesn't have a belt thingy. Oh well. That's not good. Hey Sophie, how you doing? Yeah, that's all good. It happens. It's life, you know. I'm disappointed, but they had a great season. They won a lot of games, you know. They won a lot of games. They did very good. At least they made it to the Super Bowl. I wasn't really expecting them to win because Seattle's a lot better. They have a lot more experienced players, and it's all good. I still watch the whole thing. I'm not like one of those fans that stopped watching. because I don't stop believing. I always think that there's a chance that they could win. They started to look good, and then it was like too late. But it's all good. It's always next year. Now that they've experienced it, some of those new guys, they'll just feel better for next time. So it's all good. Yeah, exactly. And even like some of the other players were rookies and stuff, and they were in a rebuilding mode, but I mean, rebuilding stage. But nobody would have thought they would have made it that far. I didn't. If somebody told me the Patriots are gonna make it to the Super Bowl, I would have told them, yeah, whatever. Yeah, bet on it then. You're gonna lose your money. So, to make the Super Bowl, not to win it, but to even make the Super Bowl was like mind boggling. But it's all good. I'm not really, upset a lot. I'm just glad they made it and glad it's over and done with now. Because I'm sick and tired of hearing about the halftime show and that jackass Bad Bunny and all that stuff. I don't really care about all that shit. I'm sick and tired of listening to it. It's actually was better today. I didn't really hear too much about it today. But like every day, the halftime show with Bad Bunny. Oh my god! I'm like, oh my god, you people ain't got nothing else better to talk about. Like I know the game sucked, but the halftime show wasn't any better in my opinion. It's like people just keep running on about it repetitively. Blah 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 blah. It's like, please, people, just stop. Hell no, I didn't. I watched a little bit of it, and then I watched it the next day. And I'm not really a fan of his. I don't really know him like that. I don't really listen to music like that type of music. So I would have never known. If you would have asked me what song he sings, I couldn't tell you. Plus, I don't listen to Spanish music. I'm Portuguese, so I know some Portuguese music, but I don't know no Spanish music. No offense to Spanish people, but I don't listen to that. And I could care less. There was a lot of crazy things going on in that halftime show. Apparently, he was singing explicit things, and I wouldn't have known. And apparently, he violated it. So I don't know anymore. I don't know what to believe, whether it's AI, whether it's true, whether people are lying. Then they said it was like the most watched halftime show ever. Meanwhile, there was a girl in the crowd, and she was holding up her cell phone, and she was like taking a selfie like this and showing the crowd, and like the crowd was just standing there looking and saying like, what the fuck is this shit? Nobody was really dancing. Nobody was really caring about it. They were standing there looking like saying, what the hell am I watching? Yeah, exactly. So why would they have him there with a bunch of kids? You know? Yeah. See, I don't know what he's saying, so it don't. But apparently they translated it, and it was very bad. Then there was a bunch of gay scenes during the whole thing. I mean, he's been known for wearing dresses and shit, cross dressing. He's bisexual apparently. And then there was like pure gay scenes all through the whole thing. Apparently, I saw some of them and I was like, wow, thank God I didn't watch this shit. I mean, I'm watching the highlights, but and then Lady Gaga, that devil worshiping hoe, had to deal with her. She's a weirdo, 100%. Like I said, those people are all whack anyway. I don't care about that shit. I'm not really into that type of music, or I don't like none of those people anyway. Those are the Hollywood crew. And Lady Gaga got exposed years ago in that movie called Out of the Shadows, where she's naked going through the woods doing devil worshiping bullshit. So I don't want to hear anything about anybody defending that rat. I don't care about her music. I couldn't even tell you what that woman sings. I could care less. Because, like I said, I listen to reggae and rap. I don't really listen to that type of music. That shit's like all trash to me. So, yeah, the whole Super Bowl was a joke. And, to me, it was just not good. My team lost. Halftime show was trash. And I could care less about all the political things that went on and all the crazy things that happened. I really could care less about the whole thing. I'm glad it's over, to be honest. I'm really glad it's over. So, yeah, I'm glad it's over. Yeah. It's a lot of things that I don't agree on that people do on these shows, and there's kids there and stuff, and kids will watch it, and this whole generation is a bunch of idiots. To be honest, there's a lot of younger generation that are just like weird. They just don't want to learn. They don't care. They just want to do things differently. They don't want to do anything at all, and they think that doing these things on TV is going to get them somewhere in life, which never makes any sense to me, but whatever. Honestly, I'm so glad that I live in Bermuda because here we don't put up with none of that bullshit. There ain't nobody be doing those shows around here with all that dumbass shit going on. You get slapped. And ain't nobody listening to that type of bullshit music here in Bermuda anyway. My cousin, she actually wrote on Facebook that this was the best halftime show I've seen in years. And I'm like, I wanted to comment on there, but I said, Mark, don't do it. Just leave her alone. She's clueless. She's older. She has no idea what that guy was saying. And she has no idea about Super Bowls. She just said, "Oh, I watched the halftime show. It was so great." And I was like, "What fucking show did you watch?" I'm like, "Whatever. I ain't saying nothing to this woman." A couple of people laughed at her, and then a couple of people were like, "Yeah, Bad Bunny is so great." I'm like, "Bad Bunny? The fuck is this idiot?" No, they don't. They just see him perform. He was grabbing his nuts and shit. He was grabbing his D at the end. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Like, what is wrong? You're a fucking weirdo. Like, how the hell did this even happen? How did the NFL allow this bullshit to even occur? Yeah, the whole ice thing as well is like delusional shit too. Like, I was telling somebody the other day that I heard that I actually there was actually a like a Congress meeting, and one of the Congress people said, I saw it on YouTube, that ICE was actually formed by the Democrats and the Republicans together as an agreement to get um, the immigrants out of the country. And Obama, when Obama was president, right, the savior apparently himself, that did absolutely nothing, but apparently he deported like millions and millions of people, and he was taught, it was a scene where he's talking about ICE, and he's saying, I'm getting the ICE agents to get these people out of here, and ICE this and ICE that. So it was okay for Obama to do it, but it's not okay for Trump to like do it. That shit don't make no sense. And then 50 something people died, right? Right? 50 something people died during Obama's ICE raids, and only like these morons died because they wanted to. Yeah, exactly. So if Obama did it, which he's a Democrat, if he did it, then it's okay. But it's not okay now that Donald Trump's doing it. You people don't make no sense. Like there's some people in America and all over the world that are completely clueless and completely hypocritical about what they're actually voting for and what they actually did back then and what they're doing now. So you want immigrants in your country, taking your jobs, your houses, doing crime, fucking up shit, you know, killing you. You want that then? Okay, cool. Don't blame Trump, dude. You blame your damn self. Blame your Democratic, Biden administration for doing that. They had open borders. They let all these weirdos in. It's bad enough you had enough weirdos as it was already. Yeah, exactly. Of course not, because they're all in cahoots with each other. But if you bring that to people's attention, they're gonna be like, no, that didn't happen. It's all lies. Okay, well, whatever you say. Like, if it's lies, then why? If it's lies, then why did the videos show these exact people saying what they're saying? It's so funny. People are bringing things up from like 2012, where like Obama's talking about that shit, about he's deporting all these people, and you better not fuck around with ICE because we're gonna like detain you, and we will deal with you like. And I'm like, I had to look at that shit twice. I'm like, so what's the problem then? So your favorite president, Mr. Obama, did all these great things back then, you said. So Trump's doing the same thing. So what is the problem now? Yeah, they should come to the border, yeah, so they can see it. But they know. But see, a lot of people, right? And it's not just Democrats. There's a lot of people that are very clueless about what the law is, what the law consists of, why they're doing these things, and if it's so bad, then why didn't you say anything back then when your leader was doing it? Of your democracy leader, You people have no clue. You just say without you just say random shit because someone else is saying it. And you all get together and start, you start protesting with signs and shit and talking about ICE out and this and that. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? Like. Yeah, but there was a lot of people who hated Obama too. But they didn't, life went on. He didn't give a shit about him. Yeah. It don't make no sense to me, honestly. And Bermuda's the same way. The governments are going after each other, fighting each other, talking shit about each other. Where's this money going? You did this fraud, that fraud, this and that. Man, I ain't got no time for that shit, man. Honestly, I stay away from politics and news and all that stuff, and like it's just stupid ass shit. I remember this guy from Chicago, this rapper. He said that Obama did nothing for us here in Chicago, and he's apparently was from Chicago or something. I think that's where Obama's from or whatever. But he said that he did nothing for Chicago. He didn't jack shit, and he didn't really do anything for the black community and this and that, and all the black people were dissing him at the end. They were all praising him at first. The next thing you know, they figured out who he really was. Like people were talking shit about that guy so much, it was crazy. Like I'm like, these people just talk random shit and just don't even know what they're talking about. And then now it's like, I hate everybody's like, I hate this and hate Trump and I hate this administration. This person don't know what they're doing. Impeach this person, do this. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? Like what is wrong with you damn people? You want immigrants all in your damn country fucking everything up? Oh my god. Hey Hermana, how you doing? ICE has been raiding apartment complexes down the street. Well, hey, they gotta do what they gotta do. That's their job. Everybody hates ICE. These people all hate ICE, but these people are the ICE has been around for years. This is nothing new. The way people are talking is like these people just came out this year and Trump made them do it. No, these people have been doing this shit forever. It's the same thing here. They go around, we have ICE here too. They go around checking jobs to see if any illegal people are working here, and they find you and they say, look, you got to go back home. You ain't got no paperwork. It happens everywhere. Every country has it. People act like this shit's like yesterday or something. Yeah, they're doing their jobs. How are you gonna hate these people for doing their job? You know? Yeah, that's just crazy. Like, I just don't get it. Yeah, exactly. Just comply. If you comply with the law, nothing's gonna happen. It's just dumbass shit that don't make no sense. It's too much like bullshit. You know. Mm. A lot of people just make up bullshit stories and they just say whatever. Like, you know, people just say whatever and they just like have this animosity. It's just dumbass shit. To me, I really don't care. Like, it's just dumb how people like, you complain about immigrants in your country, and then when they do something about it, you're like, no, no, they have a right. No, they don't. Not if they're illegal. If they came here illegally, they don't have a right to be in your country. It's the same thing everywhere. You can't go somewhere illegally, you know? And if you get caught, then you get sent back home. It's that simple. I don't understand why that's a bad thing. It happens here. I've seen it with my own eyes. Guys on the job, right? Yeah, crazy ass shit. I'm sure some people ain't following the law. There's crooked cops everywhere in the world. I'm sure there's people that are that work for, I'm sure there's people that work in the ICE, work as an ICE agent that are fucked up and do dumbass shit, just like how there's crooked cops, crooked politicians. People are gonna do dumb shit. So it's not gonna be perfect. But just like they said on the news that in Minnesota, that was all planned to like make a big scene, but in Texas and other places, they have no problem with it. They have no problems with like ICE and people, protest, and it's only in one place. And it's all because of, Tampon Tim, the great one. But I just see what they have on the news. I just think that it's all a bunch of dumbass shit, unnecessary protesting, people dying unnecessarily. They're doing it to themselves. But it's just dumbass shit. It's everywhere. The whole world's fucked up. You know. Yeah, I agree. So if you come here, if you go somewhere illegally, then that's great. But if you're going somewhere illegally, then you have no right to be in that country. It's the same here and everywhere. I don't have to live somewhere to know the laws. It's the law is the law. Same thing here. You come to my country illegally, you get deported because you're not supposed to be here. You got to do shit legally. It's that simple. I don't understand why the concept of that is not understandable to people. You can't let people just walk into your country and do whatever they want. You don't know who these people are. You got to have legitimate paperwork. Yeah. These people can fuck you up, take your shit, kill you, do fuck your kids up. You don't want these people around you. Hell no. Stay in your own country and fuck off. So I totally agree with what they're doing. Get the people out. Oh hell no. No, hell no. If I deal with the police, you know, and if I deal with the police, I'm giving them every information they need because I'm not guilty. I ain't guilty of anything, so why am I worried about them for? Yeah. You know what, Hermana? They say that, right? Like you're saying that, but no one's had any proof, like coming on TV and saying, I'm a legal person and blah 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 or whatever. Like there's no proof of that shit. Like they ask people on the street asking for proof of the people that apparently have been arrested, like citizens and shit. And when they ask them the names of the people, they can't tell them because it's all like the media lying to everybody, you know. And that's the thing. So people are like saying these things and then they have no proof. And then it's like a couple people, bullshit. Well, if they took your neighbor's husband, and then obviously he's probably got, bad paperwork, or maybe his passport is not legit. Maybe they gotta check him out, make sure he's legit. And if he is, I'm sure they'll let him go. You know, I don't think people get locked up for no reason. Some people can't prove their shit. That's why they get locked up because they have no proof. They can't prove that they're actually legit. That's sometimes the biggest problem. You know, yeah, yeah. I'm sure if they get a lawyer and they're legit, then they'll be out in no time. That's how it goes. What do they say? Um, Innocent until proven guilty. Yeah. Hopefully, if he's legit, then he can like sue their asses. Yeah. A lot of people don't even have paperwork, and they have no proof of shit, or it's like they think they have proof, but it might have been like a scam when they got their shit. If he's been in there for months, then that's not good. So if he's been in there for months, that means something's going on. They ain't gonna just. I don't think they'll lock somebody up for months without like having no proof or some shit. But you never know. Uh, Hopefully he gets out and he's innocent. If that's the case, I just think it's a big mess. I think that it's just crazy. Racism's never gonna stop. I wish, but it'll never stop. That's something that's been around for before we were born. It was worse, you know, and unfortunately, that's one of the biggest problems here. But that's never gonna go away. It can only go away in your heart and your mind, but unfortunately, you can't convince everybody of that. Nothing really is like, convincing to anybody these days. It's just the way it is. It's the world we live in. The world's a beautiful place. Just the system and the problems are piling up, and people are just getting fed up. You know. Yeah, see, that person put that on themselves. They put that shit on themselves. They were being violent, not compliant. But apparently, you're allowed to do that and get away with it. And then that's why that guy got shot that day, and that other chick got shot and killed. That chick tried to run over the cop, and why you fleeing anyway? And you're leaving your wife behind. So you're dumb as shit, and you're clearly blocking traffic. So you did that shit to yourself. So how are we supposed to feel sorry for something that was self-inflicted? You know? And then everybody's saying, "Oh, he didn't get hit and this and that." It's besides the point. Even if he didn't get hit, why are you fleeing? Why are you guilty? Obviously, and that's why you're running from law enforcement. So that's the consequences you pay. And then the other idiot that died, he kicks the tail light off the fucking van. And before that, then he spit at the cop. And then before that, he was doing dumb shit again. And it's like, what the fuck's wrong with these people? Why are you fucking around with these cops? Like, leave them alone. If you left them alone, then you can be on the side hurling like slurs at them and call them assholes and shit. But why you gotta go towards them, spit on them, do shit to them, and then you wonder why shit happens to you? So if you was home minding your own fucking business, then you wouldn't be in the predicament you're in. And this is what people have, like, this weird mindset, like it's okay to do that. It's not okay to do that. If I did that here, I'd be locked up too. So what the fuck is? I don't know why people don't understand that. If you weren't doing dumb shit, then you won't be in no problem. You won't have no problems. Don't start no shit. There won't be no shit. And then people are sitting there defending these people. Defending them for what? They're doing dumb ass shit. Leave them alone. Fuck. Yeah, of course I saw the video. Yeah. I saw all the angles. I saw all those videos. They showed them repetitively. I had no choice but to see them. They were all over the internet. They were on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Man, I saw that shit a million times. Even on the news, they were showing it. And I don't know how people are justifying it. It's crazy to me how you can justify these people's actions. Actions have consequences. The main thing is, it doesn't matter what the video shows. If those people were not there, not doing dumb shit, they'd be alive today. And that's the truth. If you stayed out of the way, you would be alive today. But no, you want to start bullshit. Oh well. And that's what happens to you. If I left this house right now and I started driving recklessly, got drunk, and engaged in people's lives, and the police pulled me over, and I I tried to kill them with my car or kick their fucking lights and spit on them, they're gonna beat the shit out of me. And if I got a weapon on me, they're gonna try and make sure that they don't get beat by it. So they're doing their jobs. Yeah. Well, we can agree to disagree. We can agree to disagree. A lot of people see it your way, and a lot of people see it my way. There's no there's a lot of people who have different mindsets. That part of the video nobody sees, Sophie. Many women were killed by the US. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, like I said, she shouldn't have been there in the first place. She should have just, you know, Yeah. Well, apparently she lost the rights to her kids because she was doing dumb shit. There's a lot of rumors going around about that chick and how bad she was. So she couldn't even be with her kids because apparently she used to torture them and did all this dumb shit. So God punishes people like that. But hey, mm, there's always controversy with everything. You know, it's just the way life is. It's sad. Okay, Harmona, take care, sweetheart. You too. Have a good night. I'm gonna get out of here soon too. It's past midnight. Hey, Starlight, how you been? Oh boy. You're okay? That's good. Glad you're okay. Yeah, I mean, I can do a question for you if you want one. Sure, it's up to you. I'm good. Yeah, I'll do it for you. No problem. I'm allowed to answer your question because I'm not an illegal immigrant. ICE ain't looking for me. Okay, cool. Sophie said, "Axe away and rock is where." Oh boy, it's sad though that politics and governments divide everyone, and it's so sad that like things are like right there in plain sight, and it's just like it's so weird. I don't know. I don't understand like a lot of people's mentality and like you know I don't know how people like can defend that type of behavior and act like it's okay. I don't know. It's so weird. I have no idea why people say and act and do the things they do. Like me, I would never protest anywhere. I could care less about protesting because protesting ain't gonna get you nowhere. It's either gonna get you killed, shot, beaten, looked at different, lose your job, your friends, your life, your family, and all you're gonna do is hold up a sign that means nothing to the person you're talking about. Like, and I don't understand why people don't understand that concept, the whole meaning of that, you know. And they say on the news, you can peacefully protest, it's your right. But peacefully protest and protest with a vengeance and And like doing dumb shit is not the way to go, you know? Exactly. And that's the way it should be because Texas is the shit, you know? But unfortunately, you know, people just don't get it. I don't know, man. There's a lot of like states, there's a lot of states and countries all over the world that they it's just that there's a lot of things, not just what we're talking about, but there's a lot of things that are going on that I just look at and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? You know, like I don't understand how people can see, hear, and look and believe what they see is not real. That never make that I never understand that. Like I can say, look, this is orange, and somebody will come here and say, no, it's not. It's red. It's red on my end. On my screen, it says it's red. And I'll be like, okay, I can see something's wrong with your brain. Maybe you're color blind, color stupid, or you just want to be an idiot and you just want to make things your way. It's okay. I don't think I'll ever understand these type of things. Uh, no, but that apparently is okay. It's okay. It's okay. Remember, we're all on stolen land. You hear me? We're all on stolen land. Okay? We are all on stolen land, and the tribe that used to be on that land is, gonna reclaim their land now. Okay? It shows you how delusional these people really are. I'm holding this Grammy and I want to let everybody that's no one is illegal on stolen land. Shut your bitch ass up, woman. Ain't nobody listening to your boring ass songs anyway. Oh boy. Then why the fuck do we pay? Why the fuck do we pay? Why the fuck do we pay land tax for? You dumbass. You earned the land now. It's not stolen. It's yours. You bought it. You fuck face. No one is illegal on stolen land. So 4 years ago, why you didn't say that when Biden was there, you moron? If we're living on stolen land, then why does January 6th matter now? They invaded the White House because it's stolen land. Stupid fucks. I don't know, man. I honestly, hey Tanya, how you doing? I honestly don't get people anymore. They just talk to hear themselves. And when I say shit like this, they probably like fucking bastard. He makes sense. There's a lot of stupid people in the world. The world is a beautiful place, but with a lot of stupid people. And land wasn't stolen, it was conquered by people. That's why they have wars back there. They conquered shit. They took your shit. They say, yeah, we're taking over this piece of land, just like a video game. Fucking idiots. Oh, Lord, have mercy on these people. I don't know anything. I've only been on the world for 49 years. Yeah, it don't matter. Nothing matters. Lives don't matter. None of us matter. Oh boy. All right. Starlight, thank you for the donation. I got it here. And your question is All right, let me check. Let's check Dave. We all matter to God, and we should all matter to each other to a certain point. But the problem is people's agendas, and the devil works overtime every day. That's why all these things that you hear, people are so delusional that they overlook the truth, and they listen to lies, and they listen to what the devil's embedded in their brains. And they actually think that these little metaphors and things they come up with, like this and that and blah, all the things I just mentioned, those things are all delusional thinking. Sit the fuck down, open your ears and your eyes and your five senses, and come to your senses and say, hey, let me listen to every situation here, and then pan it out and then say, okay, yeah, this is I understand now. But sometimes it takes somebody like me to make fun of your own agenda and show you how stupid you are, and then you're like, yeah, fuck this, I'm out of here. That's why some people don't come back in here no more, because they know I ain't putting up with that fucking bullshit. You think I was born yesterday and my mom was an elephant and gave birth to me? I've been in this world for 49 years. I know what the fuck's going on. It's a whole pile of dumbass shit. And you people want to believe these lies, then you're going to be a part of the devil's agenda. You can be a part of his agenda, not me. You know what I mean? You don't need God in your life. Fucking idiots. Exactly. Show the receipts. Exactly. They get paid to say it. They get paid to do shit. And people still don't understand. And that's the real deal. And people still say like the dumbest ass shit I've ever heard in my life. I don't know, man. I'm so blessed to not live in a certain place. I don't want to say the certain place, because then people are going to say, oh, you're talking about me. But there's a place in the United States that has a lot of problems, right? A certain state that I'm not going to mention, but they know who they are. And they're the ones who created all these problems. Even the people there are starting to believe it. They believe their own delusionment. So crazy. Bingo. I would say he feels kind of up and down about it, to be honest. Starlight. What I'm getting here is like he might have felt a little indecisive about the weekend. He probably couldn't really control like his emotions. He might have been he might feel a little weird about how things went. He might have felt that he was maybe ineffective or didn't do what he had to do. I feel like this person is like trying to approach the end of a situation or a problem in order for them to like move on from things that happened to him in a cycle. I feel like this person is going through like a cycle of bullshit, and they this person is like still loyal and still like, you know I feel like this person has a certain goal that they want to achieve. But as far as how they felt about the weekend, I don't feel like they felt very regretful or remorseful. I felt like they felt like they did some petty shit, or they felt kind of immature, or they felt like they were immature at one point. But I think it's more of like a phase that they went through at that time where they kind of feel, a certain way and they know they can get away with it. And they feel a certain way and they know that they don't have to feel remorseful or regretful because they know that whoever they were with at that time has a good heart and will accept them for who they are and not really worry about it, you know, and let bygones be bygones. I don't know if this makes sense, but the cards are not very negative or not negative at all. It just they might feel somewhat like maybe regretful or remorseful, but not a lot to where they're gonna be like in a corner crying about it. They feel like, yeah, I did whatever, but I don't care, because this whoever was with me at that time, I feel like they know how I am, so they don't really care about my behavior or how I feel, like, or what I do. Yeah. So I don't know if that makes sense, but so I would say no, he's not feeling regretful or remorseful, but he feels like he could have been better, but he knows that if this is to do with you, then I would say that he feels like you feel a certain way towards him. So that's why he's the way he is, you know? Yeah. So that makes sense. Like he did whatever he did, he was petty and did dumb shit. He knows you're mad at him, but he doesn't really care because he knows you'll speak to him anyway. And he knows that, all he has to do is, some people cut people off, but they still like speak or whatever, or that person would try to reel them back in some type of way. And then you got people like me who will cut you off and never speak to you or never even acknowledge you. And if you even speak to me, I'll say, fuck you. Don't fucking speak to me. That's how I am. If I don't want you to speak to me no more, I'm going to tell you, fuck off and go away. And don't ever come back. Don't even try to message me or be cool with me. That shit ain't happening. But I don't feel like this person has any regret or remorse. They just don't care. And because they know that you're like, we'll speak to him again. Right. So he probably still thinks that you don't care about how he feels, which sounds about right. You know what else I get here, Starlight, is that he has two personalities, two faces, two ways. There's two Daves. There's a Dave that can be really cool and nice, and there's another Dave that comes out, you know, immature, ineffective, indecisive, petty, can't control his emotions, says and does dumb shit. And then one day he can be cool as hell, and you were like, where is that person gone? You can be like this all the time, but why you want to change? So I get two different energies, but the same person. Like deep down inside, they know they shouldn't be that way, but they do it anyway. Yeah, it could be your energy embedded in there, so that makes sense too. So yeah, sounds about right. There's two of me too. There's two of everybody. Unfortunately, uh, some people uh, run from their problems and run from reality and the truth. It happens every day. Oh well. Not my problem. So Starlight, I wouldn't worry about him. He ain't worth your time. You know how he is. He ain't gonna change. He's still that same person, unfortunately. And some people are never gonna really go back to being normal or going back to be just that one person. It'll probably never happen in life. But you know what? That's spirit saving us from dealing with them. That's how I feel. You know, I feel like spirit's always trying to save us from being around certain people like that. Yeah, that's him all his life. Yeah. So there you go. You can't change him. He's never gonna change. And you know what? That's okay. As long as you are who you are, these people, they're never gonna change. Before my dad passed away, I'd probably say like about a month before he passed away, I was upset about how people are, and I get upset about how people like just can't face reality or see the truth or want to say the truth. And my dad says, "Hey, these people are never gonna change. And even when they do, you're not gonna trust them because you know that they ain't really fully changed." And I say, "You know what, Dad? I know you're right, but it's just frustrating, bro." Like I say, what the fuck is wrong with you people? You know, when are you gonna grow up? I work with a guy. I've worked with this guy for the past 2 weeks, and every day he comes to work and does the same shit. And I'm like saying to myself, when is this guy gonna change his ways? Like, when are you gonna stop lying? When are you gonna stop like saying shit that you're not doing and you're not really doing? Why you have to like bullshit yourself? Because that's the only person you're really bullshitting is yourself. You ain't bullshitting me 'cause I know you're bullshitting. One thing about me, I can tell when somebody lies to me or somebody's like delusional or stupid. And I just don't even pay him no mind. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Go away. Oh, well, that's good. You're going to a concert this Sunday? Oh, nice. I hope you have fun. Nah, some people don't want to heal because they can't. They don't. They just want to be embedded in like pity and lies and things like that. I deal with it every day, whether it's on here or not on here. Every day, there's people that will never change. They just keep to the same story of lies and like fake shit because that's the way they are. There's some people I've known for years and they're still the same, still the exact same, still lying, still full of shit, still starting trouble, still acting like they know everything in the world, still oblivious to everything they see. It's just never gonna end. Well, there you go. So if you have a good friend that actually deserves to go with you instead of some idiot that is never going to change, then that's spirit saying, "Hey, good try, Starlight, but guess what? Don't waste your time here, love. You go out with your good friend and leave this idiot alone." And that's exactly why I haven't really changed much in my whole life. I'm always going to tell the truth. I'm always going to say what I see. And whoever's like going against what I know is real, I'm just going to look at them and try not to argue with them and just let them have the benefit of the doubt, because doubt is a powerful tool. So I just say whatever, like, we can be friends and do different things. It's okay. I've learned to not, you know, uh, like disown or cut off people that think differently from me. But some people, they can't handle that. It's pretty sad. But what can we do? It's not easy. Oh boy. Well, that's the usually the that's usually an Aquarius and Gemini trait. If you're an air sign, you pretty much don't let anybody in your airspace that disrespects you. But there's some, like, a lot of people say certain things about certain signs and things like that. But there's some people who really, their character is to be, see, you can be whatever you want. But when the devil gets a hold of your mindset, there ain't no turning back unless you really overcome like what you really believe. Because when you sometimes people who believe bullshit, when a person believes bullshit, they get accustomed to it, and then even though they know it's wrong, they still believe it because um they don't want to admit that it's right or wrong. They just would rather see things the way they want to see it in their delusionment. And people, that's how people lose friends, is they say, if you don't agree with me, if you don't think how I think, then we're not going to be friends anymore. That's like me saying, can you imagine if I said, no one can come in this room unless you like my soccer team or my basketball team. Like, if you guys don't like the Boston Celtics, get the fuck out of my room. I would have nobody in here because ain't nobody in here watching basketball like me. Ain't nobody in here watching sports like me. We don't talk about sports teams and shit in here. Very, very seldom we do. You know, politics is something I try to stay away from, but unfortunately, it gets bring up, and then people have little disagreements, and then they get mad and get sensitive or whatever, and that's okay because politics, as always, like, I've always lost friends over politics because people can't see the truth. And then when the truth comes out, they still won't come back in here and say, hey, look, you were right, about that. I'm sorry. If I'm wrong about something and I see it in a month's time that I was wrong, and then it was the truth that that person was trying to tell me, when they come in here, I'll be like, hey, guess what? Remember that day we had that little, argument, or I told you this is gonna happen, and you were right. Hey, look, man, I apologize. I should have listened to you, or I really didn't, really see my facts or whatever. But a lot of people have a problem doing that. Though they can't take accountability for their stupidity. I'm the first person to say, look, I was wrong, and that's it. But you gotta prove shit to me. If I got the receipts and the proof, then hey, that's all good. Show me. Show me the receipts. Because I know I can. I can show you the receipts. But yeah, exactly. People know exactly what they're doing. They're manipulating people, talking shit, and doing things that they know they're not supposed to be doing. And they're believing things that they know is not true, but they still lie. And they still like live in denial. Because if they admit something that you are for or you are right about, that they feel like they're degrading themselves or they're less smarter than you. It's not even about agreeing with each other. It's about seeing the facts and looking at the facts. And like I said, I'm wearing an orange jacket, but on your side, the color coordination might be messed up, and then you might see red because the way your prism is, or your fucking color shit is, or your contrast, And I'm gonna be like, and then you're gonna take a screenshot of me on your end and say, "See, I'm seeing a red jacket," and I'm like, "Okay," click, and I'm gonna send it back to you and say, "This is orange." They're gonna be like, "Shit, it must be my computer, or it must be my contrast." So things like simple things like that, I can say, "No, no, look, I'm wearing the fucking thing. I know it's orange. I know, but on my end, it says it's red. I'm sorry, Mark. I mean, it's cool. You ain't gotta apologize. It's just your computer or the where your contrast is set up. I don't give a fuck. We're not gonna fight about what color it is, but it's all good." That's the type of person I am. I say sorry plenty of times. Cause I'm like, "Oh shit, I'm sorry. My bad. I thought it was this way. I apologize. No problem. Cool." And I won't feel no type of way. It's all good. But to get that back, hell no. Ain't nobody gonna say, "Oh, Mark, you're right. I'm sorry." I barely hear that. Exactly. Guilty as wrong. Yeah. Guilty as charged. I was wrong. Yeah. I can admit I'm wrong. Sure. I'm not right all the time. I'm not perfect. But if I see the same thing you see, and you're telling me no, and I'm telling you yes, and then the next person says yes, 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 how do you feel about that? So you're gonna say 10 people are dumb and you're the only right one because of what you believe you saw? All right then. Good luck with that. Good luck. You'll see how your life is gonna turn out. And I'm gonna sit there and be like, "It's okay. I still love you." You know, it's okay. I know some people just need extra help. It was on my earlier live when I was watching dishes. A lot of people make excuses about their behavior and why they behave the way they do. They say they have ADH whatever and ADDH fucking this and A double fucking that. That's another thing that's all bullshit. It's all embedded in your mind. You got that shit in your mind all the time. Oh, I'm this and I'm that and I'm this. No, you're not. You can be whatever. You can overcome those things you say you are or you've been somewhat diagnosed with. It's all in your mind. It's all in your mind. You think that way because you want to be that way, or you think that way because you know somebody told you you have that. But it's all up here. It's all up here, bro. You know? You have to understand that you are who you hang around and you are what you say you are. So if I say I don't have none of that shit, then you ain't got none of that shit because your mind's telling you that. People have these unidentified fucking diseases and unidentified fucking things that they always say they have, but they don't. You just say that shit because you want to, because you want to feel, you know. Yeah, they want attention. You're right. Yeah. Oh yeah. Spirit is telling you that for a reason, Starlight. You know, there ain't nothing gonna happen. But see, those people come back into your life that brief moment, Starlight, to see if you will take the bait of delusionment or take that bait of, negativity, or see if you'll take the bait to break your character or break your mentality, your spirituality. It's all a test. That's how you gotta look at it. And you pass the test by not dealing with that person. We all get tested every day. It's a part of life. I get tested every day too by people lying to my face or living in delusionment. But I'm honestly, I told my sister today, I said, I honestly am proud of myself this year so far. I know it's only been 6 weeks, but I've been proud of myself to not give people my energy anymore. Like I'm really, really working on that a lot. Like I'm trying not to let people trigger me. If I disagree with them or they disagree with me, I'm like, whatever, it's cool. And then just move on from it. Like I don't want to argue with you about some dumbass shit that don't make no sense. But one thing I can't stand is like people undermining you or like acting like you don't know. Since when they made you fucking well perfect? Yeah, exactly. See, I agree, Tanya. Yeah, people are always looking for an excuse every day. I don't really make too much excuses unless it's a real genuine excuse. Excuses can be real or bad. Everything in life is real or bad. You can make things bad, you can make things good, you can make something good out of bad, bad out of good. Every single subject you can talk about has good and bad in it, negative, positive. You gotta think about it as a battery in a car. When you put a battery in the car to start it, it has a negative and a positive. And that negative and that positive allows things to start, right? Now, it always tells you to hook up the negative first and then you put on the positive. So the negative's always going to come first. See what I mean? The negative shit will always come constantly. But the positive stuff is put there in the back burner because you're going to dwell so much on the negative shit that you're going to forget about how to be positive because you want to feel negative, or you want to feel sorry for yourself, or you want to like live in that negative mindset. I'm never going to have this. I'm never going to have that. I can't do this because I got that. Shut your ass up. You never hear me come on here and fucking crying about no bitching and moaning about shit like that, man. Make shit happen, yeah. Stop crying and bitching and moaning. Make your life better. Everybody can make your life better. If I can do it, you can do it. Fuck you talking about? Only time I make excuses is to get away from people. I remember somebody came in here this week and I was like, yep, time to go. I'm going. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Oh, hey. Hi. How you doing? Yeah, I'm about to leave. I'm sorry. It's like, I don't feel like listening to you today. No thanks. Goodbye. Even in day to day life, like real life, I'm like, yeah, yeah. Hey, hold that thought, bro. I gotta use the bathroom. Or I'll look at my phone and I'll press the ringer button and act like my phone's ringing. And my phone's ringing. Give me a minute. I'll be right back. I ain't calling back. I'll be like, bye. Fucking listen to your negative ass all day. But that's the way people are, man. People are always gonna dwell on that negative first. And I'm really, really trying my damn hardest to get away from negative energy. But it always seems to come and find me. But it's not just me, it's everybody, you know. We're always gonna encounter negative shit. But we just have to counteract it with positive shit. All right. It's almost 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm gonna get my ass to sleep. I got a long day tomorrow. But anyway, I wish you all a good day, a good weekend. Starlight, I hope you have a good time at your concert with your friend. And I hope everything is good, the weather's good. And I wish all of us a great year. I really do. I hope that everybody comes in here periodically and says how great life is for them, how positive things are. And I want to leave you with one thing. Sometimes when you know you're right about something because you know the truth and you know like that's what you believe, don't let nobody take that from you. You know, there's always going to be that one or two people that are going to try and change your mind or come in at a time where you're positive or talking about positive things. You know, there's always going to be that one or two people that are going to try and ruin your happiness, your life, your positivity, you know, things like that. But don't worry, try to ignore it. Try to ignore the ignorance and just try to be positive every day. That's the best advice I can give you before I go. And I'm really and truly trying hard every day to set my mind to, hey, leave them alone. Let these people just talk and just keep going. Like, just stay positive, bro. You know that person's like a little, you know, no nagging asshole, but just leave them alone. Just like stop, just walk away. You know, try to be positive, guys. I know it's hard, but just try to be positive every day. That's the advice I can give you. No problem, Starlight. Yeah, sleep well. Good night, Sophie. Good talking to you. Nice to have a good laugh with you. And stay safe out there. Tanya, get your ass to work. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care, all right? Have a good weekend. I'll be here tomorrow, of course, God willing. And, you know, I feel like putting up with you guys. Nah, I'm just teasing. Good night.